Manifestation is very trendy and everywhere these days. Vision boards, affirmations, mindset shifts. But here's the truth no one talks about. Mindset alone isn't enough. If you ever tried to manifest something, followed all the mindset strategies, and still felt stuck, you are not alone. Today, we're diving into why focusing on your thoughts isn't enough and how your body holds the missing piece. Welcome to the Mindful Introvert podcast. I'm Joe, your guide from mindfulintrovert.com, on a mission to inspire and empower you. As an inner peace and abundance coach, I'll help you slow down, trust your intuition, and explore spirituality for a more peaceful life. Ready to be empowered? Let's dive into today's episode and embark on your journey to self-discovery and fulfillment. So, on today's episode, we are going to discuss the manifestation myth. We're going to also talk about the role of the body in manifestation. We're also covering how we can align mindset and body. And last but not least, we are going to talk about embodying your desires. Feeling stuck or disconnected from your purpose? It's time to awaken your inner goddess. Join me for a free live masterclass, Awaken Your Inner Goddess, Transform from Stuck to Empowered. We'll dive into somatic manifestation and help you align with confidence, clarity, and flow. It's happening on the 12th of December. Don't miss it. Click in the link in the show notes to register, and your transformation starts now. So, what is the manifestation myth? We really were taught that manifestation is about mindset and set your mind to what you desire and work towards it and being in alignment with it energetically, thinking positive thoughts, visualizing what you want, repeating affirmations. And while these tools are very powerful, they really only scratch the surface. So manifestation isn't just mental, it's physical and emotional too. And I dare to say that it is spiritual too. So there are some limitations of mindset-only manifestation, okay? So there are the concept of thoughts versus feelings. So when you think, oh, I'm abundant, I'm rich, I'm a millionaire, I'm this and I'm that, you can be thinking this all day long, every second of your day. But if your body, there's tension, there's anxiety, there's some sort of resistance, you are going to be sending mixed signals to the universe, and there's no way that you are going to be in alignment energetically or otherwise to whatever you desire. So manifestation works when your thoughts, emotions, and body are aligned. So manifestation is essentially a very holistic process, and people go at it with their minds. They go at it, oh, let me do a vision board, let me do an affirmation, let me write 10 times what I desire. And there is actually a book, The Think and Grow Rich, written by Napoleon Hill, where he describes the idea of writing a certain sentence that is what you desire, is a very specific sentence, and you write it every day and you think about it every day. But the key aspect here is to connect with it with your senses. And I try it, to be honest. I tried writing my sentence or saying it out loud or having it present in my life. But at the end of the day, it didn't feel aligned. It didn't feel possible. It didn't feel right. It felt too far off, felt too far away. And that's the thing. We really need to connect to what we desire as well at a physical level, at a sensorial, is that a word? Sensory level, because just with the mind is not going to work. And one big mistake that people make, and I don't think they do this consciously, obviously, because no one wants to make these mistakes consciously. But I think a lot of people ignore the subconscious mind. Sometimes because they're not aware that there is such a thing and that it has such an impact in our lives and in manifestation. So most of our beliefs, especially the limiting ones, are stored in our subconscious mind that then communicates through our body. So whenever we have a panic attack, whenever we have a situation that we're triggered, that stems from our subconscious mind. And this mindset work targets the conscious mind. But that real change happens when we address what's stored beneath the surface. So we go straight to the subconscious and unconscious mind, because we are really opening up the drawers in our archive room, in our little brain, and we are letting all the old patterns to be released, and we welcome new patterns, and we welcome new energy, renewed energy. And again, I cannot say this enough. This is not toxic positivity. This is you really tuning in to your body and what feels right for you, what feels in alignment, even if things don't feel necessarily easy. Alignment doesn't feel the same as easy. It just feels right. And then there's another aspect that people sometimes don't consider, that is the energetic mismatch. So you might be visualizing your dream life, but if your energy is stuck in fear, if you're always worried, if you're overthinking a lot and you allow yourself to go down that spiral and you're just thinking of scarcity, and you're really unintentionally blocking what you want, because you are essentially resisting the universe's work and cooperation and co-creation with you. So there's a big mismatch, even in vibrations and in wavelengths. Fear and doubt and scarcity have a completely different frequency than love and gratitude and things that really bring you closer to your desires. So we really need to stop making these mistakes and bring more awareness into why we need to do manifestation in a different way. We cannot just be writing our desires. Even scripting, I teach a tool that I can quickly talk a little bit about, that is scripting, where you're journaling your ideal life as if it had happened or as if it is happening today, and you're just saying, "Dear diary, today I had an amazing day swimming in the Maldives sea and eating lobster." I don't know. That was what I used to do, and I did in real life, actually. But that's just an example. But the thing about scripting is that you really need to connect with all of your senses as you're scripting, and you're connecting to gratitude, and you're breathing in all of the experience you want to have. So it needs to be a very somatic practice. And I feel like sometimes people just write it, sometimes they even write on their computer, and there is a disconnection there from the actual somatic aspect of holding a pen and feeling the energy of writing the words of your desires as if you've received. So definitely pay attention to that. Now, going into a little bit more of the role of the body in manifestation, obviously we already explored that when there's tension, there's anxiety, there's whatever, you really need to pay attention to that, because that is blocking your manifestations and potentially even helping you to manifest things that you do not desire. So your body is the home of your emotions, your intuition, your energy, and is constantly sending those signals about feeling safe and feeling aligned, feeling expansive, feeling authentic. So it's always sending this information. And manifestation isn't just about what you think. It's also about how you feel and how you embody your desires, how you use all of your senses. So we need to understand and have awareness of these physical sensations. For that, meditation, body scans, grounding work is extremely beneficial, breath work. Anything that grounds you, brings you back to the present moment and to the connection to your body. Because when something feels aligned, you might even notice sensations like warmth and lightness or expansiveness. And when something feels off, you feel tightness or heaviness. And I want you to start being more descriptive of the sensations and not say to yourself, I'm sad, I'm depressed, I'm tired, whatever it is. Don't use these adjectives. Use a much more sensorial based description of, oh, it feels heavy, it feels warm, it feels cold, it feels constrictive, or it feels expansive and open. So be more descriptive in that sense, because that is really going to help you anchor these feelings, because anchoring is what is going to help you to manifest faster. Because when you're anchoring those feelings, it's almost like a marker that tells you, okay, this is where I can go back, because I know I was happy here. So let me go back there and be happy again. So then we also have emotional signals. So emotions like excitement, joy, and peace signal alignment, while fear, doubt, and anxiety obviously is a symptom and highlighting what needs to be healed and paid attention to. Sometimes we don't have the tools to heal them straight away, but paying attention is extremely helpful, because if you keep avoiding, things become bigger. We think, oh, if I just avoid them, oh, I don't have time, or I don't want to deal with this, I'll just avoid it, think about it another time. And what ends up happening is that you end up burning out, or you end up feeling lost, or you end up isolating yourself because you don't open up to loved ones, and it's much worse. So at least start to pay attention to it, and when it's possible, and this is an active work you need to do as well, allow it to be processed. Find help, find a friend, find a therapist, find a coach, whoever that can help you to have this space and this time to process these emotions. And then we have another component of how the body communicates, that is intuition and gut feelings. So your intuition speaks through your body. Some people say, oh, it's a voice, or yes, it can be a voice, but even then it is speaking through your body. So learning to trust those gut feelings, or those sometimes is in the heart, it just feels heavy, or it feels light, or the throat, or whatever you're feeling, trust your intuition and become more attuned to what it says, how it speaks to you, and really trust it. Because sometimes we are doing a lot of people pleasing and we listen to other people's ideas and opinions more than our own. And that is what creates misalignment and resentment. So definitely pay attention to your intuition. This is something that I will also be teaching on the Awaken Your Inner Goddess Masterclass. So please join me. It will be amazing to have you there. It's on the 12th of December at 7 p.m. GMT. So it will be 90 minutes of amazing time we'll have together, because you'll learn to trust your intuition. You'll learn to trust more of these body signals and how it really communicates to you, so that you can have better self-awareness and you can eliminate resistance that is really stopping you from manifesting what you want and what you deserve. This is not just about sometimes what you want, because I feel like especially a lot of women don't allow themselves, don't give themselves the permission to desire things. And even more than desiring, this is what you deserve. This is what it's meant for you. Come, join me, and it will be an amazing time we'll have together. So moving along to the third part that I wanted to discuss, where we bridge the gap between the mind and the body. So aligning that mindset and understanding how we can work with these body signals. So you need to feel it to manifest it. And I'm thinking this is going to be my new slogan, because it's feel it to manifest it. Feel it, manifest it by feeling it. Because instead of just thinking about your desires, you need to really ask yourself, how does this feel in my body? Because if you're wanting to have $1 million, does it feel scary? Does it feel impossible? Does it feel easy and expansive? And this is not to say that if it feels scary and heavy, you're never going to do it. That's not it. But maybe that manifestation is not in its divine timing for you right now. It's not right now. It's maybe later. Maybe you need to up level and prepare for it slowly but surely. But maybe 1,000 pounds is, or dollars, whatever I said, I don't remember. 1,000 is more feasible. But this can be a loved one as well, a partner. Oh, I'm manifesting my soulmate. Maybe we need to stop romanticizing so much the soulmate. But I'm manifesting someone that loves me and I love them and we have a beautiful love story. Maybe that feels too much out there. It feels crazy. It feels utopical. But if you think about, I'm manifesting loving myself more, accepting myself as I am, and finding someone that shares the same perspective and way of living. That just feels much more feasible. So sometimes it is wording, but that wording always has an impact in our emotions and how it feels inside. So we really need to feel it first. And I think that a practice that you can do to really do a little check-in on alignment is you can really take a few deep breaths in and bring that awareness to your body, whether it is just focusing on your breathing or just doing a little body scan, and think about a desire you're manifesting, or maybe even things that you haven't allowed yourself to think about and consider. Maybe allow it now. And notice any physical sensations. Notice any tightness, any ease, any warmth or coolness. And ask yourself, does this feel like a yes or a no? Or maybe a maybe. Or a maybe later. It doesn't have to be absolute, but just see if it feels right or if it feels like it's not for you. And it's also important to be releasing stored blocks. Like I said, in our subconscious mind, we hold a lot of limiting beliefs and a lot of things that hold us back. Manifestation gets blocked when we hold on to emotional energy that is quite old and doesn't serve us anymore. Past experiences and fears that honestly we need to break free from. So things like breath work, movement, exercising, journaling, cord cutting especially. Cord cutting is a great practice for this. This is something that I'm going to be teaching on my course, my upcoming course that is called She Rises. You're hearing it first here. All of these techniques we really need to do to create space for new energy and to cut those cords so that we can form better and healthier cords with people, with ourselves, with situations, that they need to be secure, they need to feel safe and expansive, they cannot feel constrictive and heavy. That is the idea on that sense. And lastly, I wanted to talk about embodying your desires, because you can have all of the awareness of the world. You can be doing your affirmations, but if you're not embodying it, there's no point. You really need to shift from thinking to being. And manifestation happens when you stop thinking about your desires and you start already being someone that has them, that has achieved what you want, that has experienced what you want. And you can even do it in the past, think of it as a memory, but you need to accept that you have received it. And this really means embodying confidence, abundance, and worthiness in your daily life. That's why I wanted to create this masterclass, the Awaken Your Inner Goddess, because a lot of women, they do not feel worthy. They do not feel seen and loved, especially because they don't do that for themselves. So this is why I really want to teach you that it is okay to give yourself permission to desire more, to be different, to not dim your light in regards of pleasing others. No, you can be empowered and you can be confident and you can still be humble. And you have the potential to inspire so many people when you speak your truth that it doesn't matter your accent. It doesn't matter your background. It doesn't matter anything, because at the end of the day, you are creating peace. You are creating a safe, healthy environment for someone to thrive. And you need to do that for yourself first. So that's why I wanted to create this masterclass, so that you got that awareness and that permission as well, and that sense of community, of being in a room with other women that share the same passion for personal development and spirituality, and they know that life is meant for more. We're meant to experience more. So maybe I'll give you some tips on daily practices for embodied manifestation. I'll explore this much more in detail in the masterclass and in the actual course, the She Rises course. The morning embodiment ritual, you can start your day by embodying your desired energy. So today I want to feel inspired. Today I want to feel excited. And you're moving and you're breathing and you're dressing yourself and creating an image, an external image that tells you, okay, I have manifested my desires. And you lift your shoulders and you just release any tension. You breathe in any areas that you are feeling tension and stress, and you breathe out precisely that stress. So this takes about 5 minutes a day in the morning. Then you can do your affirmations if you like them in front of the mirror. You can look for things that you enjoy about yourself, about your physical appearance, about your personality, things you're proud of in your life. But add a somatic awareness. So pair those affirmations with those physical sensations. So when you say, I am worthy, or even if you don't believe necessarily you're worthy just yet, you can say, I am in the process of loving myself more and more so that I believe I am worthy. And you connect to that energy. You feel it in your body and you expand that sensation through all the cells of your body. And you can go on gratitude walks. You can go on mindful walks. Look for something different in your day. Really experience any textures of any flowers or walk barefoot. Anything like that is a great somatic practice to ground yourself. And at the end of the day, you can do a quick cord cutting meditation where you just release any stress, any energy. I know a lot of you are empaths. I am an empath myself, highly sensitive person as well. So I recognize the importance of cord cutting and letting it all go to start fresh the next day. So I feel like these are some tools that can help you, but I'll share more on the masterclass, so come along. And maybe some key takeaways is that mindset is important. Of course it is, but it is not the only piece of the puzzle. So true manifestation happens when you have an holistic approach, when you align your thoughts, your emotions, and your body. And by tuning into that body wisdom and releasing what no longer serves you, you can become that magnet for your desires, manifest them much, much faster. So, if you're ready to dive deeper into embodying your desires and awakening your inner goddess, come and join me for my masterclass, Awaken Your Inner Goddess and Transform from Stuck to Empowered. We'll really explore how to align your mind, body, and energy to manifest the life you deserve, like I said. So the link to sign up is in the show notes and is also on my Instagram. So I cannot wait to guide you through this transformation. And if this episode resonated with you, I'd love for you to share it with a friend or on social media. You can tag me at the Woo Woo Scientist, and let's spread the message that manifestation is more than mindset. It's a full body experience. Thank you for joining me on the Mindful Introvert podcast. I hope you found inspiration to harmonize your mind, body, and spirit. If you're ready to explore your journey further, book a free inner peace assessment call with me at mindfulintrovert.com or use the link in the show notes. Together, we'll uncover the steps to manifest your dreams. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at the Woo Woo Scientist for daily tips and inspiration. Let's connect and continue this journey together.